بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي ليس لأوليته ابتداء ولا لأزليته انقضاء، وانحسرت الأوصاف عن كنه معرفته، وردعت عظمته العقول، والذي لا تواري عنه سماء سماء ولا أرض أرضا. ثم الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على سيد البطحاء سيد المرسلين والأنبياء أبي القاسم محمد المصطفى.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
وعلى الجوهرة القدسية البتول العذراء سيدة النساء فاطمة الزهراء، وعلى بعلها أمير المؤمنين وبنيها الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
لا سيما على بقية الله وحجته الكبرى الذي بيمنه رزق الورى، وبوجوده ثبتت الأرض والسماء، ولولاه لصاخت الأرض بأهلها، واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من حين عداوتهم إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم لأمير المؤمنين عليه السلام: إني أحب عقيلا حبين، حبا له وحبا لحب أبي طالب له، وإن ولده لمقتول في محبة ولدك، تدمع عليه عيون المؤمنين وتصلي عليه الملائكة المقربون. صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Ta'ziyat and condolences to all of you as we are commemorating the martyrdom of one of the members of Ahl al-Bayt, Hazrat Muslim ibn Aqeel alayhi as-salam. He is the person who is representing Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam in Kufa. Inni ba'izun ilaykum akhi wa ibn ammi wa thiqati. I am sending towards you people my brother. So according to that narration, Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam is calling him his brother. Wa ibn ammi, my cousin. Wa thiqati, my trustworthy person. In other words, and so we learn from that letter that if Muslim ibn Aqeel writes back to me about the situation of yours is according to what you people have written in your letters, I aqdimu ilaykum washikan, I will come to you. So Imam Hussein salam is trusting Muslim ibn Aqeel's report on that. So Muslim ibn Aqeel salam arrives in Kufa. 4,000, Abu Mikhnaf says in his Tarikh, 4,000 people were with Muslim ibn Aqeel in the daytime. That means they were supporting him. He already reported back to Imam Hussein to come to Iraq. And after that, the situation became bad, and so Yazid ibn Muawiyah la'natullahi alayhima asked Ibn Ziyad la'natullah alayhi to do whatever he can to calm down the situation, kill the people on run, and ihtimal, even if you have any ihtimal that a person is rising up, kill him. So Ibn Ziyad had only approximately 280 men with him. 280 is nothing. And Kufa is full of supporters of Imam Hussein alayhi salam as well. They are munafiqeen, but they are supporters as well. But this is what we call simple-mindedness. Busata, simple-minded people in the society. There are some simple-minded people who buy this propaganda of the Taghut. And the same situation is still today. The shayateen play with the simple-minded people, and they don't show their basirat and wahi and insight into the matter, and they buy the wrong propaganda of the Taghut, and they get deceived. So 280 people could have done nothing, but Ibn Ziyad threatened the people that the army of Yazid is about to arrive. This is the kind of deception these people were using. And so the supporters of Imam al-Hussein, supporters of Muslim Aqeel alayhi salam, were much more. But there were some people who got scared. So, and this is because of this simple-mindedness and jubn, being chickening out of these hollow threats, you find all these mazalim later on take place. So Abu Mikhnaf says 4,000 people were there with Muslim Aqeel. He did not reach the Darul Amara, the royal compound of Ibn Ziyad yet. People are getting decreased. Now the count was 300 people only. And then the men were coming, women were coming, grabbing the hands of their husbands, their children, brothers. Go back to your home, go back to your home. The woman took the men away from Muslim Aqeel. Men were also there who were taking their people, their children away. Till the time of Salatul Maghrib comes, and there were only 30 people present. So 4,300 and then 30 people in Salatul Maghrib. After Salatul Maghrib, Abu Mikhnaf says, Muslim ibn Aqeel goes towards Bab al-Kinda, the door of the Kinda tribe of Darul Amara, the royal compound. Towards the door of Kinda, there were only 10 people with him. So, and then he enters Darul Amara, and there was nobody along with Muslim. Now he was alone. So 4,330, 10 and 0. Zero support. And now he's wandering in the streets of Kufa. He had no food to eat. He had no water to drink. He sits in front of Taw'a. She was a slave of Ash'as bin Qais, and he set her free. Then she married Syed al-Hadrami, and so at that time she was the wife of Syed al-Hadrami. So Muslim alayhi salam sat in front of her house. She comes out and she says, she sees one ajnabi, stranger person sitting in front of her house. She asks him, Muslim Aqeel asks her that, Ya Amatallah, isqini ma'an, give me water. She brings water to, she didn't know it's Muslim ibn Aqeel. She brings water for him. After a while, she again comes and she sees this Ajnabi and stranger is still sitting in front of her house. So she asks, why don't you go to your house? And he said, if someone doesn't have a house, where should he go? So she said, who are you? And then he says, do you know Hussein ibn Ali? He said, definitely, he's my Imam, my Mawla. He said, do you know Muslim ibn Aqeel? He said, yeah, Imam Hussein sent him, his brother to Kufa. And he said, I am Muslim ibn Aqeel. She opens the door of her house and this is your house, come inside. Hazrat Muslim alayhi salam walks inside the house, he goes into the basement of this mu'mina and he spends his whole night in the ibadat and worship of Allah. Throughout the night in tilawat, Islam, istighfar and dua and salat and prayers throughout the night. When the time of Fajr comes, this is where he starts hearing the voices of the horses. So he understood that the army of Ibn Ziyad la'natullahi alayh has arrived. He doesn't want the army people to come inside the house of this mu'mina. So he himself steps out of the house to confront the army alone. And he fights the battle very bravely. And then the commander of that army of Ibn Ziyad sends a message to Ibn Ziyad that send more people. And he said, I ask you to just capture one person. He said, this person is not like a baqal or a butcher of the market in Kufa. He is one of the members of Banu Hashim and Ahlul Bayt. Finally, they dig up a hole like a booby trap. And this is how Muslim ibn Aqeel alayhi salam was trapped and captured, and he was bleeding, injured, all over he was injured. And now he's brought into the darbar of Ibn Ziyad la'natullahi alayh. At that time, Amr al-Bahili la'natullahi alayh was standing. He insults Muslim ibn Aqeel alayhi salam. And Muslim ibn Aqeel asked water. But he was very thirsty. He asked for water. And Amr al-Bahili la'natullahi alayhi said, I swear to Allah, you're not going to drink a single drop until you go to Jahannam and eat the drink from the hamim of Jahannam, the drink of Jahannam. He said, Muslim Aqeel said that, who are you? And he said, I am the one who have the ma'rifat, a recognition of the haqq of my Imam Yazid. Look at how insultive and munharif and fasiq and disrespectful these people were. Muslim Ibn Aqeel Islam replies, may your mother sit in your sorrow. How much insultive and bad mouth are you? And he said, I'm not going to go to Jahannam, I'm not going to drink from Hamim. You are a zalim and I'm not going to head towards the hellfire and drink from Hamim. This is where Amr bin Hurais was present and he asked his slave to give water to Muslim ibn Aqeel. His slave brings the cup of water for Muslim ibn Aqeel alayhi salam. Muslim tries to drink from the cup of water, but blood was coming out from his mouth, so the blood enters into the cup. Obviously the water has to be thrown, he could not drink. Then the second cup was brought, same thing happened. Third time when the water cup was brought, two of his teeth fell down into the cup. And he says, Alhamdulillah, law kana li min al-rizq al-maqsoom la sharibtuhu. This is the highness of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. They belong to the marhalatul rida. They are radi and pleased with the qada and qadr of Allah. They have no complaint against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the highness of the statement and ma'rifat of Muslim Aqeel. He praises Allah in that situation. If it was in the qada and qadr and the destiny written by Allah, I would have drank the water, but this is not in my destiny. So Ibn Ziyad announces the punishment that he should be taken to the roof and killed. Muslim Aqeel salam thanks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on that, because he says, I prayed to Allah to get killed with the hand of the worst of the human beings. So Allah has accepted my dua. Because if a person belongs to the high level of ma'rifat and iman, he will always be killed by somebody who belongs to the worst level of inkar and kufr and shirk and nifaq and fisq and zulm. That's the way it always works. The higher your level of iman and ma'rifat, the bigger enemies of Allah will oppose you. If your level of ma'rifat and iman is a middle level, the middle level of enemies will oppose you. If your level of ma'rifat and iman is a low level of enemies of Allah will oppose you. And if nobody opposes you, then we must think there's something gone wrong in our iman. Imam al-Khomeini Ridwanullah alayhi said that if you find the Taghut praising you, you must understand there's something wrong in your iman. Why is the Taghut praising you? This is an alamat. Why are they praising you? They are enemies of Allah. Why are they praising you? Because there is something wrong in your own iman. There is naqs in your own iman. That's why the Tawaghit are praising you. So, كذلك جعلنا لكل نبي عدوا من المجرمين. So Muslim Aqeel alayhi salam praises Allah for this qada and qadr and this decision that he is going to be killed with the hand of Ibn Ziyad la'natullah alayh. So he did his wasiyat, sell my sword and body armor to pay off the 700 dirham loan that he had borrowed in Kufa, and bury my body, and send message to Imam Hussein not to come to Iraq. Because earlier he did send the message for Imam Hussein to come, but now he saw the people turning against Imam Hussein, so he says in his wasiyyat. Hani ibn Urwa rahmatullahi salamullahi alayhi was also captured because he supported Muslim ibn Aqeel in his house, and the Qabila of Muzhaj, where Hani belongs, this Qabila, people of that tribe came and they surrounded the Darul Amara, the royal compound of Ibn Ziyad. Hani is injured, he is captured inside the palace. This is where, Darbari Mullah, these paid Taghuti agents, Qadi Shureh La'natullah alayhi was there. He's the same guy who issued hukum to Yazid that Hussein needs to be killed, because Yazid is the Khalifa of Rasulullah and Imam Hussein rebelled against the Khalifa of the Prophet, and he is Mahdur al-Dam. His blood has no respect in Islam. The same Qadi Shureh Darbari Mullah La'natullahi alayhi was used by Ibn Ziyad. And Ibn Ziyad asked him to go inside the palace and come outside and say to look at the deception. This is why we talk about simple-mindedness of people. Ibn Ziyad said to Qadi Shureh, go inside the palace and come out and tell to the crowd who are surrounding the palace that Hani is okay, he's sitting inside, he's okay, he is not being killed, he's fine. And this is what he did. Hani was captured inside. Instead of telling the people that he's captured and go and support him, he came inside and Hani is okay, he's just sitting inside, I saw him, everything is fine, in other words. So, and inside when he went, he saw Hani was sitting there, his blood was coming out from his face, and he was saying, where are the people of my tribe? Even if 10 people can show up, they can rescue me. And there were thousands of people. There were thousands of people. 4,000 people used to walk with Hani ibn Urwa with their body armor on them. And 8,000 people used to walk with him, which are, walking without horses, on foot. If you combine, according to the history, the Ahlaf, Those people in those days, the one qabila, one tribe used to enter into agreement with another tribe around them. So they are the khulafa, they are halif, they are entering into agreement with each other to support each other in the time of need. If you can combine all those tribes that entered into agreement with Hani ibn Urwa sallallahu alayhi, the total number of people in support of Hani were 30,000 people in Kufa. And he says inside the bar of Ziyad that even 10 people can come inside, they would save me. But this Darbari Mullah, la'natullah alayh, he misinforms the people, and some people buy. Why are you trusting a person like him? Somebody who's working for Taghut, you trust him? To begin with, why are the people trusting him? But this is what we see, the painful things of the history. Muslim ibn Aqeel ibn Abi Talib, look at his sacrifice. Muslim ibn Aqeel alayhi salam is, is killed on 9th of Zulhijjah, Yawm Arafah, the day we go for Hajj. So his mother is Aliyah, sallallahu alayha. 5 children, Abdullah and Muhammad. These 2 sons of Muslim are part of the Shuhada of Karbala. Their mother is Ruqayya, the daughter of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. Muhammad and Ibrahim, the other 2 sons, are also Shuhada, Shaheed. They are killed after 1 year in Kufa. And his daughter is, according to the riwayat of Aqsam al-Kufi, she was 13 years old. She was along with Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam in the qafila and caravan coming towards Karbala. So basically, all the 4 sons of Muslim are shuhada. All of them are shaheed. He gave all the 4 children in the love of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. This is the highness of Muslim ibn Aqeel. So Prophet loves Muslim. He has a right to be loved. The hadith which I recited in the beginning of my speech, the Prophet ﷺ had said to Ibrahim alayhi salam, Inni uhibbu Aqilan hubbayn. I love Aqeel, 2 loves, dual love. Hubban lahu wa hubban li hubbi Abi Talib lahu. That means one reason of loving Aqeel is for his sake. Aqeel himself is so high, so nice, so great, he needs to be loved. Aqeel himself was a very great person, very pious person. He did jihad against Muawiyah, right in the darbar of Muawiyah. And وَحُبًّا لِحُبِّ أَبِي طَالِبٍ لَهُ. And the second reason is that because Abu Talib alayhi salam loves Aqeel, so Prophet loves Abu Talib alayhi salam so much that anybody whom Hazrat Abu Talib alayhi salam loves, Prophet is loving Aqeel because Abu Talib alayhi salam loved him. And then Prophet said, وَإِنَّ وَلَدَهُ لَمَقْتُولٌ فِي مَحَبَّةِ وَلَدِكَ. So Rasulullah has ilm al-ghayb. He sees all the past, present and the future. He sees the situation that how Muslim Aqeel is going to be slaughtered. So Prophet is saying to Imam Ali alayhi salam that definitely his son, that means Aqeel's son, is going to be slaughtered in the love of your son. Muslim Aqeel is maqtool, is killed in the love of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. This is fakhr for a mu'min. This is a fakhr for a mu'min, a pride for a mu'min that he gets killed in the love of Imam al-Hussein. What a better way of dying from this world. There is no better way. The best way is to die in the love of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. So, إِنَّ وَلَدَهُ لَمَقْتُولٌ فِي مَحَبَّةِ وَلَدِكَ تَدْمَعْ عَلَيْهِ عُيُونُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. The eyes of the mu'mineen will shed tears on him. وَتُصَلِّي عَلَيْهِ الْمَلَائِكَةُ الْمُقَرَّبُونَ. And the muqarrab and close angels of Allah will send their salawat on him. So Muslim Aqeel is such a great person that the Muqarrab angels of Allah are sending their salawat on Muslim ibn Aqeel. When Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam gets the news of the Shahada and martyrdom of Muslim, Imam al-Hussein was in the way towards Iraq. So his daughter of Muslim was there in the caravan. Imam al-Hussein rubs his hand over the head of this daughter of Muslim ibn Aqeel, and she said that you are rubbing your hand as if I am an orphan, I'm orphaned. So if Muslim ibn Aqeel is not in this world, Imam al-Hussein is like her father. Look at the love of Imam al-Hussein. Rubbing the hand over the head of yatim person is mustahab in Islam. So much sawab. You know, for every hair that passes under your hand, there is a sawab. There is a palace made by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For every hair, according to the narration, that passes by under the hand, Imam al-Hussein performs every mustahab in the sunnah of the Prophet. So, when Sakina bint al-Hussein was watching this situation, when Imam al-Hussein came for al-Wida, for the farewell, you know, and he was departing the khayma. This is where, when he leaves the khayma, he hears the voice. According to the narration, he hears the voice of someone chasing him. My Mawla looks, and it is Sakina bint al-Hussein who is coming after him. Imam al-Hussein comes to Sakina and she says, make me sit in your lap and rub your hand over my head, the way you did for the daughter of Muslim, because I know you're not going to return back. Muslim ibn Aqeel was taken on Dar al-Amara's roof, the roof of the royal compound, and this is where he asked that Ghalim to allow him to pray 2 rakats of prayers. This is how all the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam do, because all of them love the salat and they want to pray as much as they can before their departure. Muslim ibn Aqeel prays 2 rakats of prayers in the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And finally, he said his salam to Imam al-Hussein, and before getting killed, and Muslim ibn Aqeel's janaza was taken along with Hani ibn Urwa's janaza. Ibn Ziyad had said to take these janaza, drag them in the streets of Kufa. So this is how they have been doing the zulm on Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam and their supporters. And this is the janaza of Muslim ibn Aqeel. I would like to say salam to Muslim ibn Aqeel that you died hungry and thirsty without any water in the final moments. And Imam al-Hussein is also like this. Imam al-Hussein, God knows how long he was thirsty for, 3 days or even more than 3 days, Allah knows. Imam al-Hussein in the final moments was also hungry and thirsty. There was nothing for him. Nobody's providing any support. And there's only Sayyida Zainab alayhi salam standing there on Attal Zainabi, and she was protesting against Ibn Ziyad. You know, Ayuqtalu Abu Abdullah wa anta tanzuru ilayh. Sayyida Zainab is the one who protested against the Taghut and Zalim, protesting for the killing of Imam al-Hussein. Zulhijjah, the horse of Imam al-Hussein, according to the narration, he has blood of Imam al-Hussein upon his body, and he comes towards the khayma. And the children arrive, and they learn through Zulhijjah and the blood of Imam al-Hussein on him that Abu Abdullah has been killed. Allah la'natullah ala al-qawm al-zalimeen. وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. إلهي بحق الزهراء وأبيها وبعلها وبنيها والسر المستودع فيها اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين واخذل الكفار والمنافقين اللهم انصر من نصر الدين واخذل من خذل المسلمين اللهم انصر واحفظ وأيد علماءنا الربانيين ومراجعنا الربانيين لا سيما الولي الفقيه قائد المسلمين اللهم انصر جيوش المسلمين وعساكر الموحدين اللهم فك عن أسراء المسلمين خاصة الشيخ إبراهيم الزكي وزوجته اللهم وفقنا لما تحب وترضى وعجل في فرج مولانا صاحب الزمان واجعلنا من أنصاره وأشياعه وأتباعه وأعوانه بجاه محمد وآله الطاهرين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم.
يا حسين, you want to read Latmiya? Ya Hussein.
Ya Hussein.